Hello and welcome to Pro Trader Strategies Market Commentary for Monday, December the 7th. My name's Eric Wilkinson. Some of you may recognize me as the Wolfman from CNBC, Fox Business, or even the Wall Street Journal, where I've commented on everything from economic to geopolitical and market analysis. Please keep in mind that everything that we talk about in these market commentaries is not a solicitation to buy or sell any of these securities or strategies. What we're trying to do is teach you some different strategies that you can implement into your own portfolios, but please do that in your own way. The reason why I can't give you a recommendation on a particular stock or strategy is because I don't know your risk parameters. I don't know what's in your portfolios. Therefore, what I'm doing could be counterintuitive to what you are already doing. Having that out of the way, let's get this on. Not a whole lot of economic data coming out today. Over across the pond, we did have German industrial production was 0.2, a little bit lower than expected. It was supposed to be 0.8%. So for the U.S., we haven't had anything really to talk about. But the overall markets are in negative territory. As you can see here on the chart, we have the NASDAQ, E-mini NASDAQ right here, and it's down about 26 points, 25 plus points or so. Overall market just giving back a little bit of the gains that we're seeing on Friday. Could be just some profit taking going on. As you can see here from the E-mini S&Ps, we are off the lows of the session and are relatively in the middle of the range, maybe a little bit to the upside, but we are still down in negative territory by 17 points. A couple of trades that I've done today. This SLV trade that I had on the January 13 calls, and I paid 84 cents for that. It was looking pretty good on Friday. The market's kind of come off. I just decided to pull the plug on this. I'm long gold still, and the overall metals across the board are slumping a little bit today, so I just decided to take it off and sold it for 92 cents. Pretty much a scratch, or 10 cents or so. So took that one off. One that I did add is Adobe. I looked at this candle today, and it has really seen a lot of resistance right around this 93 area, 92.5 area. So I ended up putting in a bear spread and sold the January 92.5, 95 call spread and collected 83 cents for that trade. I figured if it gets above this $83 and settles up there, then I want to be out, especially if it goes above 85. So I figured it could go up here, test this again, but I think it's going to be in a bearish trend here. Hopefully it'll settle down below here. So it's below the 8-day moving average settling, so that could be a pretty bearish sign for Adobe. So I decided to put on a bear call spread in there. KMI, as soon as I put on this KMI trade, it went against me. So it came down here and it's had a massive $10 sell-off, and decided this is going to be a point where I'm going to have to draw another line in the sand. I thought it would stay in a little bit of a trend here, but it's really broken down. So I'm going to look to add to this trade here. I'm in I think it's like the 20 calls or something, or the 20 puts, but I'm just going to add some trades to that down here in this area, and I'm looking to do something around the January 12.5, 15, or sorry, the 15, 12.5 put spread. So I'm going to have to see what I can do there. It's got a pretty high implied volatility percent, so as you can see, it's really blasted off on that IV side. So this could be a time to look to add a little bit to that trade and collect some more premium. So I don't know exactly where I'm going to do that. If I can get it for around 80 some cents, then I'll probably add a little bit to that. A little bit smaller than my original order that I put in there, but add a little bit of premium selling strategy to this, and hopefully get a little bit of a rebound in here and make up for some of that loss that I'm seeing on my original trade. The one thing that everybody's talking about today is GMCR, and GMCR Keurig just got bought out by JAB Holdings, and They came up with a deal for $92 a share. They're going to go private, and it was a $13.9 billion arrangement. And basically, GMCR is going private, so that stock is no longer going to be traded on the open market. So if you were long GMCR, good for you. You guys made a nice trade there. If you're short GMCR, you're going to have to take your lumps and just get out of that trade and forget about Keurig for a while. So unless they ever go private or public again, there's going to be no trade there. So just take that for what it's worth. You're just going to have to cover those trades and get out for whatever you can get. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Friday's webinar, you're going to have to check it out. We're going to be doing a couple of different things on that. We're going to also have a webinar coming up pretty soon, and we're going to be talking about this whole movement to get rid of stops, and how, if you were really relying on stops or really liked stops, how you can use options to supplement that type of strategy. And as a matter of fact, I think that using options in lieu of a stop is a much better strategy, because with a stop, you're out. As soon as it hits that stop, you're out. With an option, you can be out or know where you are going to be out, and if the market comes back and facilitates your trade, then you're still in that trade, but it gives you the opportunity to be out at a certain level and get back in without having to try and replace that trade and get back in at a certain given time. So we're going to be talking about all the benefits of doing options in lieu of stops. All right, so check that out. Go to protraderstrategies.com and get signed up for those webinars. Also, next Monday, I'm going to be doing like a round table with different traders, and we're going to be talking about what we see in the market, our favorite trades, and what we think is going to be going on, probably with the FOMC, because the FOMC is going to be coming out with their latest agenda on that following Tuesday. So keep your eyes out for that. All right, if you can't take that, take it easy.